This week we're going to preview USDA's monthly supply demand report that will come out at 11 o'clock Central Time on Friday, November 8th. We're also going to take a look at the historical price volatility associated with that report. We're going to turn our attention to harvest progress and weather trends in the U.S., look at planting progress in Brazil. We're also going to look at export trends here in the U.S., which remain very strong, and wrap things up with a long-term review of December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into the month of November here, and we're already looking at another USDA monthly supply demand report. Let's take a look at the trade estimates for that report. This report will come out on Friday, November 8th. We're looking here at three key items: crop production, average yield, and the ending stocks. What I want you to focus on is where these numbers come in relative to the trade estimates, specifically that range of trade estimates. But in my opinion, the most important one will be that ending stocks estimate, as we highlight here, looking at the trade looking at 1946 compared to 1999 there in October. We're also looking at the history now of corn price volatility associated with that report. What this slide shows is the change in December corn futures on the day that that report is released. Notice that there's some years where there isn't much movement, a couple cents, but there's also been several years where there's been 5, 7, 10 cents, 15 cents lower or higher. Here's the key message. We strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to get your risk management positions in place prior to the release of the report here on Friday. Let's shift gears now and focus on harvest progress in the U.S. Let's take a look at our weekly map. We're looking here at harvest winding down very rapidly here, 91% nationwide versus 75% on average. All those states highlighted in green are above their 5-year average. Now let's look at the history of the corn harvested pace. Notice here at 91%, this is the fastest pace since 2012 for the corn harvest. So again, we're looking at only 9% of the corn harvest left to do here as you enter the month of November. Of course, the remainder of the corn harvest will be tied to the weather. Let's take a look at the short-term trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-storm weather. We're looking here at the next 7 days. A rainy week is ahead here. All across those areas, a lot of different 1 to 2 to 3 inches, maybe even more in some cases. Now let's look at the next 14 days. All that heavy green area there is above to much above normal. So the final stages of the corn harvest here may be a little stop and go short term. Let's shift gears now and focus on South America, specifically looking at where that first crop corn is grown in Brazil. Now, first crop corn in Brazil accounts for about 25 to 30% of the crop. And notice north to south there, not any corn to speak of in Mato Grosso, but as we move further down south, we've got states such as Minas Gerais and Rio Grande do Sul accounting for about 18% of that crop. Now we're looking at planting progress here. Nationwide, we're about 42% done. That's slightly above where it was last year. Let's come back to the U.S. now and look at demand trends. Let's look at the unshipped sales of U.S. corn. We're looking at unshipped sales, export sales of U.S. corn here are very firm. Notice that it's still well above those last couple years, but as we look at the next slide, let's remove China from the equation, and now we see how strong it is to all those other destinations. In fact, we're highlighting here that ATI Research has increased its corn export forecast 200 million bushels this week to 2.6 billion bushels. USDA is currently at 2.325. We're seeing continued strong buying by Mexico and possibly the EU. In fact, the latest 4-week export sales pace of 105 million bushels per week is a 30-year seasonal high. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn. December corn, as we tape here on Tuesday, is trading near $4.20 a bushel. Notice now we've completed the harvest price for the crop insurance. That's why it's so critical for you to get control of these 2024 bushels by working in close consultation with your ATI risk management consultant. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. And make sure to join our ATI Pro Media team shortly before 11 a.m. Central Time on Friday, November 8th for a live update regarding the USDA report. And then we'll follow that up at 1:30 p.m. Central Time with a detailed market analysis. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.